it's after midnight, and I just had this idea. This is an old JJRC JJ1000. It was actually the very first drone that I ever owned. And it's actually one of my favorites. Maybe it's just nostalgia. But it's fast, it's maneuverable. I can do all kinds of fun little tricks with it. You can see what direction you're going at night. Anyway, so as you can see, the connector, oh wow, that's a really awful soldering job. Maybe I'll be able to do better with that. And one of the motors, the shaft broke off. So it might not even be in there anymore. I might have taken it out already. So I had these other motors, which are way bigger. I have 4 of them. And I'm not sure if they even work. And I know they won't fit in there. So we'll have to figure that out somehow. I think I'm just going to cut that off and see if I can't just stick it in there. All right, well, let's get started. Okay, well, it's in decent condition at least. I have some soldering to do. I'm gonna put a different connector on here anyway. I think it's gonna need a slightly bigger battery to make these motors worth it. I might not even have a battery that's worth it. I'm so interested in doing this, I will harvest a motor out of my other quad posts. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Right here. A bit closer. Just want to compare that size. It's pretty freaking close, actually. So. Don't have the soldering iron set very hot. I think that'll be it. I don't want to crack it. There's a tiny little crack. Not sure if it'll focus, but whatever. I think this is the way we're going to go. I have to get this motor to spin, though, as a proof of concept. There we go. I think that's going to be the ticket. It'll just sit in the bottom and sit there. And we'll see what we can do. All right, next is soldering this onto the board here. Figure out which way it's spinning, I guess. Okay, so it looks like the black is the negative and the white is the positive if it's going to go the correct direction. So I would wire this backwards. So I'll wire the black as the positive, and then that should spin in the correct direction. Now that I have the battery connector on, I have to solder this on. I wish I didn't have to solder that to figure out which direction it would go. I'm gonna go with my guess there. What was my guess again? That if it's supposed to be the black is negative, then I'm gonna wire it up as the black is positive. Probably could have used slightly shorter wires here, and watched many a video on YouTube where people complain about it being hard to solder on camera. It's really hard to solder on camera. There's gotta be a better way. All right, let's see what happens here. It is spinning. So I just got to figure out what direction it's spinning in. We want clockwise. Pretty sure. That looks clockwise to me. Shitty. Popped it out. And as long as this one's also clockwise, which it is, we're good to go. So I'm taking one of the motors out of this. This one's officially dead. It always had a problem where it would randomly just drop out of the sky, so I could never really trust it. So first problem is that these motors are just going to try and shoot right out of here. I didn't think hard enough about that. So wish I had a tiny elastic. That would be great. Use that as an O-ring. I'm gonna go see if I have some. Alright, I don't know if you can tell, but I've put little rubber O-rings in here as little vibration dampeners. But since there's nothing keeping these in, I'm gonna just stick some crazy glue in the bottom and hope that holds it. If not, we'll move up to some silicone or something like that. Well, I looked around and all I can find 3 blacks and 1 red. All right, so this is clockwise. So we need this from. What do you think? It's gonna work? All right, I'm gonna try with this battery. It's not actually a very good battery, but I think I'm gonna try and attach it just with elastic band. How does that look? We shall see. Looks like I can use the old battery compartment as the compartment for the power cable. All right. Bind it. I'm gonna blow everything away here. There's definitely some wobble in the motor, but it's maneuver. Oh, wow, those motors get hot. Whoo-wee! Yeah, those are going to burn out right fast. So, there it is. JJRC JJ1000. Bigger motors forced in there. I'm gonna take it outside and probably burn out the motors. I've got 3 more batteries charged up, so that might be fun. Thanks for watching. Okay, there she is. After our late night, decided to go to bed because it was, I don't know, after 3 o'clock in the morning, before everything was all done. You can see the, or can you? I put some epoxy to hold the motors in place. I gave it a little quick test flight in the house and it shakes like crazy and the motors get really hot. But here we go. I'm going to use a a 1S 750 milliamp hour battery. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. That battery must have been dead. Oh, yeah, there's no power. And there's that battery toast. Oh, well, that was a fun little experiment, fun little game. Not much time. Didn't get to spend much time actually playing with it. So, looks like this rear motor has died. You give it a little spin and it will go, but it doesn't have enough pull. So, the original JJRC with the original size motors is actually a great little quad for a toy. I highly recommend it. Go out and grab one.